bona fides and YouTube otherwise. It's me, Cmeantit, and I'm back. I'm back with another video, and if you're in here, you're good to go. Hey, Bonafides, YouTube otherwise. It's your girl, Cmeantit. I ain't gonna say it's your girl. That is so played. I don't know what I'm gonna say instead. Watching the neighbor walk her dog turn while y'all come on in. Oh my gosh, it is a good day today. It is a good day today, okay? Derek Chauvin, the police murderer of George Floyd, was dutifully convicted on this day of all counts. He was charged with unintentional murder, third-degree murder, and second-degree manslaughter. Now, as you know, hey, y'all, what's going on? Yes, today we got some justice, honey. We did. Now, as you know, right, as you know, in each state, these, like, the name might be the same of the charges and stuff, but they mean something different. They could mean something different, and they could carry all sorts of time lengths of sentencing and stuff like that. In Minnesota, every one of these charges were for an unintentional act, meaning you may be charged with second-degree murder or second-degree manslaughter, excuse me, but it's at the level in Minnesota that it's still saying that it was unintentional. Okay, the reason why I wanted to bring that to the forefront is because while we are making strides and headway on getting the police people that kill, that murder, into the courtroom, okay? That's a big thing, to get them into the courtroom, to get them even charged, okay? And into the courtroom to be tried. The counts and the charges that they're being put up on, it's a lot of room for improvement. It's a lot of room for improvement. Hey, what's going on? And I just want to talk about the full gambit, okay, of everything. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? So, hey, Camp Me. Hey, Larry Nelson. Hey, Learning Daily. Hey, Polo. Yeah. So, okay, we know last year, as we saw, that Derek Chauvin, he didn't place his knee on George Floyd's neck, okay? He dug his knee into George Floyd's neck. He perpetuated a deadly use of force on someone's neck, on a citizen of the city's neck, okay? Hey, Lady Lorraine. And in doing so, for 9 minutes and 29 seconds, he eventually smothered, killed, asphyxiated, Mr. Floyd. Okay. Within 4 days, they had him charged up. The charges have changed several times, going back and forth, depending on what the prosecutors thought they could win, in that state, and giving what all these video cams had seen, all these witnesses had seen, and stuff like that. I heard that there was some arguing going back and forth at one time about the charges, because I got into some commentary about that, because I definitely was upset that all of these denoted that he unintentionally murdered Mr. Floyd, when by most people's account who watched those videos, he definitely intended to kill that man. Okay. And the way that I want to explain to you how I draw my conclusion, because I still hear white people who talk about this, saying that he didn't know his own weight, his own force. He's not a doctor. He didn't know how far he was going to be able to go before such a big dude would die. You know what I'm saying? Maybe thought he was just giving an excuse so that they could get up off of him and stuff like that. First of all, anytime that you close the airway, you have a potential to kill someone. Okay? For you to sit your body weight on someone's airway for a long time, while people who are saying whether they're what do you call it, like medical professionals to your decision making in that moment or not, other people say you're killing him, he's looking like he's going out. You know what I'm saying? You're on him too much. Your common sense should tell you that you are sitting on someone's airway, putting pressure on that airway, and that you could possibly kill them. I don't want to hear nothing else about it. You know what I'm saying? I can't even deal with it. And it's always white men. It's mainly white men. I'm going to say always. I just don't want to talk about that no more with them. You know what I'm saying? The man is convicted. From what I heard, cities have been preparing for 2 weeks for this verdict about what their safety and security measures for their cities were going to be. They got barricades all over different cities. Down there in Minneapolis, baby, the shops is boarded up. They were like, oh no, it's gonna be some mess if they don't convict them people. I mean, that boy, that man. And so, everybody was preparing for the worst and thinking that, oh, the blacks are gonna riot. You know what I'm saying? The blacks are gonna do it. We can't say what the blacks are gonna do. We can't say what the blacks are gonna do, period. Okay. Even with this, okay. I felt while all of this was going on pre-verdict, that this case, even if it came out the way it did today, that this case was going to be a pivoting moment for the Black community. And I still believe this, that even with this type of outcome, it's going to be a moment of pivot to rethink our power to unite, to inspire, and to fight. Hey, Jennifer, thank you. Hey, Queen, to you. I really have that type of hope and that type of confidence in us. I believe it takes all kinds. It's going to take all kinds. It's going to take those who are verbally astute, those who are able to write and compel people through written prose. I think that it's going to take those who are willing to organize and lose time and sleep and maybe their freedom. And it's going to take those who are willing to get down and dirty. I really do. I think that's what we're going to see. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say, no, I don't think it's going to take this. But the thing about it is, iron sharpens iron. Now, you would look at certain things and say, dang, it's taking a long time for y'all blacks to get sharpened, all right? But iron sharpens iron, and 1 and 1 is 2. You see what I'm saying? It ain't, the next number ain't 1 plus 4 is 5. The next number is 1 and 1. So what is 1? 1 is 1, right? Do y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all know I ain't good at no analogies, but y'all see what 1 and 1 is. So if you ignorant, you murderous, and you dirty with the law, and how you write no law, your verbiage and all this stuff like that, it's going to take all of that to press forward, in my opinion. So let's talk about what we could look forward to here, or what we, from here or whatever, right? Oh, and let me go ahead and drop my little link in case anybody wants to come up. Drop the link, Chi. Drop the link, probably bona fide. Hold on one second, y'all know I'm all over. So what I saw in the courtroom today, when they were reading those, the verdicts out, right? My camera that I was looking at was honed dead into Derek Chauvin's face. And I said, what are you supposed to look like when they are calling you guilty? You know what I'm saying? Y'all, my humanity came out. And it ain't no, oh, black folks always forgiving. I wasn't forgiving in the moment, but my humanity that you gone, bruh. And that this is probably a sad moment, even for an evil person, someone who I deem evil. This is a sad and crazy moment. And we've seen different people get guilty, fall out, start attacking folks, start screaming and crying and stuff. But we just got him just looking like, okay. I don't know if it's confidence of an appeal, of success during an appeal that had him looking like that or what. But I just was like, dude, like, not an eyebrow furrowed, not an eyebrow was raised. His whole face was covered with the surgical mask, but that even looked like nothing in it. It was tight as hell. I couldn't see nothing through it. I was just like, wow. What are you supposed to look like and feel in that moment? I felt like that was a total waste of his life for whatever he was getting out of that. Because he was getting something out of it. Because people were still sitting there blinking. That's exactly what he was doing. Sitting up there blinking. Hey, Andrew. Until black men fight for themselves and rise up on a large scale, they're going to keep picking them off, I believe. And rise up has all different connotations. Now, the thing about it is, let me write this down. Hold on. Okay, I have to write a point down. Okay, now, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I don't know if y'all felt like this. I'm not going to lie. I felt a level of compassion for the loss that he imparted on the George Floyd family, and the loss of his life, which I'm like, what did you get out of this, dog? And you gone, like you might, and we're gonna talk about the sentence in a minute, okay? Because it was sentencing in 8 weeks. What? Why? And I start thinking about all the time we be talking, somebody make us mad, I'll beat your butt, I'll boo, 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 boo. And I'm thinking, like, in the end, is it ever like really? There are some things that we know are worth it. Like if you molest my children or try to rape me or something like that, I might, or you mess with my money. That's kind of one of the ones that I might be like at the end, be like, dang, was that serious? You know what I'm saying? But something like that, you know what I'm saying? What was that? That was just like, it was such a waste. Okay, so I did that feeling. Then I looked at Nelson in the back. Nelson was the defense attorney. He looked tired, didn't he, y'all? He looked like he was sitting back tired. The daggone tie was on his stomach and stuff. He was just like, yeah. And I was like, bro, you came in and you thought you was going to tell some folks who've been watched for a year this video, maybe not all of it in its entirety, of a man that we've never seen no stuff like this. Well, all the TVs we've seen, this was reality. We never seen a cop supposed to serve. Now we see all the shooting and stuff, but to sit on their neck like that, and you wanted to bring out that it was because he was trying to fixate on the unruly and potentially violent crowd and had taken his attention off of what he was doing. Like, that was stupid. Do you think anybody was going for that unless you went and got David Duke, like a grand dragon of the Ku Klux Klan or a Nazi or somebody, racially, racially ignorant, they didn't have no regard for blacks. That was the stupidest mess I ever heard. And when they said that they have some professionals on that jury, I don't know about you, but you know how they say about folks who got a little degree and how we got a little stank. And it's like, I know you're not playing with our intelligence stuff. Okay. And there's other people who ain't got a degree to do that. But yeah, most of us do. Like, bitch, I know you ain't trying to come to me with no bull stuff, no crackerjack games and stuff like that. That's what that daggone defense was in that regard right there. And then, like, the other day when they were talking, and he kept giving all these hypothetical situations and stuff like that. Like, well, what if this happened? Or if you could think like this, da 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 da. And it's like, bruh, you was gonna have to come out the gate after the overwhelming world cry out about what we saw. You're gonna have to come out the gate with irrefutable proof that this man had a brain aneurysm or something that disconnected his reasoning and in the reasoning areas of his body. Intentional of his brain, and intentional air in the areas of the brain that hold and house and work intent from his physical body in that moment. Okay, nobody was going for that bonk mess that the daggone defense attorney was laying out. He never thought he could be convicted, and he still thinks he will get off on appeal or only get a few years. I'm sure he does. And you know he's got a huge police union behind him and much money. And that's what y'all came out for a defense. Now, let's talk about this potential for appeal based on Maxine Waters' comment. Okay. Maxine Waters is a long-time stateswoman and semi-activist and, you know, whatnot. I feel like her comments were par for the course for who she is. She didn't say if there was, first of all, the jury's sequestered is supposed to be. I don't understand how the jury is sequestered and you still got to tell them don't be looking at no newspaper and stuff like that. Every time I've ever seen anything about sequestering of a jury, I thought they're supposed to be like in a room by themselves. They can't even talk about the trial. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to have no TV, no newspaper, no outside world. So I'm trying to understand how that was supposed to influence something to where it could be an appeal where the whole thing could be turned over. Well, he's guilty on 3 counts. It's going to be a hard turnover, right? I'm not anywhere of any legal soundness, but I would think if you're guilty on all 3 counts, like you're going to have to then try to turn over each count based on what she said and try to say that they were influenced for these type of verdicts because of what she said. I think that was stupid. The defense was weak. That man was overworked. That the man was overworked. Yeah. Hey, Jan. With the technology, I doubt they didn't watch TV or social media. Baby, let me tell you why they hit hit the guilty button 3 times. Cause your client sat his knee. No. Screwed his knee into another human's neck and with a grin in his hand in his pocket. That's the only reason why that button was guilty was hit. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, are you serious? Wait, check this out. Then Joe Biden come out and say he praying for the right verdict. So now Joe Biden then, you know, made remarks now that influenced the case. That's crazy as hell. That's crazy as hell. They had a whole year to be influenced. I think that's dumb. I think that's dumb. Now, if you could say somebody was influenced because you found out somebody was witness tampering, or somebody had a donut or a breakfast sent to someone's room with a phone or something on there showing this, that, and that. You know what I'm saying? That somebody was trying to give them a thought process that they should have or something like, baby, please. I think they were released and went home. Oh, really? Then how's that sequestered? Hey, Bird Choice, sorry. He had to go get his own witnesses. Yeah, they are definitely reaching. What's up, Nisi? Had they not found him guilty, that would have really made matters worse because some cops already think they can't be held accountable. Exactly. That's what I said in the beginning. I don't know if you were here in the beginning. I said, not only is this, have we made strides in just getting the police I'm happy that we made strides in getting the police in the courtroom. However, I don't like that these charges were all charges of lack of intention to kill or harm. Like, these all represent that he didn't intentionally kill that man. I don't like the charges. Like, it's like, don't play in my face. Don't put the mug in there and then do some playground games with the charges. You know what I'm saying? I have never in all my life been on a jury, ever. I don't know why I never got no paperwork for one. Never. Trust me, I will be riding up in there to try to do that. Okay, to try to be there. Especially if it was a good old one like this, right? What did they say? Brenda J said, "Hi, Chelsea. I met you through VS and again through Jay Wilson. Howdy, what's up?" They spent the night last night. They were sequestered. That was crazy. That jury should have been sequestered since they got picked, and it just would have been what it was. That jury right there should have been sequestered from the time they picked everybody. I think that one. I think that Trayvon Martin one, because I don't think they were sequestered. Somebody look that up. If the jury was sequestered for Trayvon Martin, that Trayvon Martin should have been freaking sequestered. Who else is the other one that was real in the Mike Brown, and that Sandra Bland should have been sequestered. Mm-hmm. I was a juror last night on a DWI. He knew George Floyd previously and saw an opportunity to kill him. Well, I heard that they did. And see, that's the thing. And then why would that not be admissible? Well, no, I think that wasn't. No, that wasn't. I never heard that in there. Why wouldn't that be admissible? Why wouldn't the fact that Chauvin had previously had investigations on him for brute force? Why wouldn't that be admissible? See, that's that mess. I don't like that. It was all white women or mixed women. I heard them. On Zimmerman, all white women and one Hispanic on Zimmerman. Oh, okay. Hey, Francois. I don't agree because this case hit all over the world. Everyone knew George Floyd was who George Floyd was, so it didn't matter if they went home or not. I'm saying if it's gonna be easily overturned because somebody in the media says something, then sequester them. If that's the type of bull crap that's going on, that's the type of stuff I'd have been looking for, because see, we're not too recent. I mean, it's just recent we starting to get these bad boys in the court. You know what I'm saying? Into the courthouse to be tried. So if I was an attorney, I would ask that they be sequestered. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want no little tricks out the bag, no little cat in the hat, none of that. You know what I'm saying? I know it shows. I know that him having previously known him and him having previous brute force investigation shows intent. But I don't understand why. Why would the judge be like, oh yeah, you shouldn't put that on there. You shouldn't put that in there. Especially the fact that he had previously known the man. So if we want to talk about sentencing. So he has 13 to 40 years, I believe, of potential. I believe that he will get 20 plus. I do. I think the fact that all three charges were guilty, that he's going to get at least 20. Okay. Well, it'll be just costed. You know what I mean? It'll just have been costing. That's how I feel. They are not going to find. And you know who need to fund that type of shit? Is our black butts. Is get with groups and stuff like that raise money for situations like this, for when tax dollars are being tax dollars are not being levied, or tax dollars are being, if they will allow a private firm to do that type of stuff. We have to see. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of organization that needs to be going on. Because see, back in the day, I done read so many lynching era books and stuff like that from activists back in the day. They used to have farmers that would give $2 a year okay, to activism. You know what I'm saying? Even though $2 a year would probably be maybe like $100 for us. You know what I'm saying? Give us, give it like different people who would throw money, different people who would levy whatever talents they had in food, or they were in a certain location where stuff was going on. They housed the people and they made sure that they did a bread and breakfast type of little thing for them. And people were, whatever. When folks went to jail, it was folks that came in and took the house and the family and the kids and the wife and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way change was affected better back in the day for us. They were fully sequestered during the whole trial. Who was? You talking about during this trial? Okay. Bird choice. You talking about during this trial, right? I see what you're saying. He asked for them to stay after the Dante Wright murder, but the judge say no. Wait. Okay, I'm sorry. Y'all didn't start talking about other stuff. What you mean, Polo? I'm going to wait for you to say something. I see what you're saying. He asked for them to stay after who's them to stay? I'm sorry. To stay sequestered? Okay. There's no way you can really sequester a jury because they get conjugal visits. I ain't never heard of that. Hold on. I need to have me a moderator or somebody who in the back fact checking some of these statements and stuff, okay? Anybody want that job? When we start talking seriously, not on everything, but when we be talking seriously, hold on. Conjugal visits for sequestered jury. Oh, bitch, maybe it is. Okay, what happens when jury is sequestered? What does it mean to be sequestered? The jurors are isolated in an undisclosed hotel and cannot go home to their families until a verdict is reached. A sequestered jury typically deliberates after the close of the normal business hours to finish its work faster. Jurors have been told to avoid all news about the case. Well, they're in the hotel and you took TV out and stuff. Where's the news at? Hold on. Oh, yes. I think I remember hearing about that. Actually, when I said sequestered jury, OJ, it was something about OJ that came up on it. Oh, that would be horrible. And see, it need to be people who pay them afterward. Well, see, now then it come all kind of potential impropriety, I guess. I mean, I know your job still has to pay you though. How often do jurors get sequestered? It's rare. They say, I'm not going to go anymore. They say it's rare. Why would it be sequestered? Means separating jury from other people, keeping individuals deliberating the verdict away from outside influences that could, throughout Chauvin's trial, jurors have been partially sequestered. Okay, so WWWKRE 11, I don't even know where this is, local, they're saying that during Chauvin, it was partially sequestered. What does that mean, though? Oh, this is in Minneapolis. Thank you, boo. Oh, over here, boo. You chefed it up, didn't you? I started smelling it, and then I was like, oh, it's here. Then I heard you come up.
Yeah.
There
you go.
Thank you. You want to say hi?
Hello, Bonafides.
Look, I got me a cute little number today. We talk about some real stuff.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, you do.
You got any commentary on the case?
I mean, besides the fact that he locked up. Now we just went on an appeal.
You really think it's gonna be an appeal?
I don't know. I mean, yeah.
Just to do it.
Plenty of people just.
Well, you know, you can only appeal so much. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he should appeal right away. Do you think he would appeal right away?
Because he's desperate, maybe. I mean, the hard thing is out to prove that the jury was like
influence.
Yeah, but man, I think the fact that everybody keeps bringing it up and kind of, it's almost like they open that up for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, now this happened. This
Might want to check it out, yo.
I'm just saying, you could check this out if you wanted to. Not like you should, but yeah. So.
What do you think about this? Because this is a point that I was making. Like, it's a good thing that we're now seeing police officers getting into the courtroom, being brought into the courtroom to face charges. But when you have charges like these, which all of them denote lack of intention to kill, when you see these murders and you're thinking, oh, now you're going to charge them with little bullshit. What do you feel? How do you feel about that? Like it's like you're acting like you're doing something, but you're really playing in the face. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's like a small win. It's like one of those things where it's not exactly what you wanted, you know what I mean? But it's like a diet version. And so
Diet version.
yeah, I mean it is. It's like a diet version. So like when you look at it, the big thing is the fact that cops see other cops going into court. And the possibility that you can be that cop going to court and get hemmed up is now a reality.
Yeah.
And so
but it's now a reality too. But baby girl just shot Dante Wright, and she old in the game with the police game, and this is right in the same city that he at trial for, and she shot him like that.
Mm-hmm.
So how many times, because it seems like it's some like crazy buttons over some of these police.
I mean,
so it's like,
see, she did that for,
before he was convicted. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so this shows that if you, if you thought you could get away with it, there's now a higher percentage.
Go ahead.
I mean, if you thought you could get away with it, it's now like a little bit of a higher percentage that says that.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
So what about what do you think her shit gonna be that she in the same city? It'll probably be next year.
I don't know because she said taser. You talking about taser person?
Yeah, but she said taser for and it was after 20 seconds and it didn't look like a taser.
But she said taser.
You think that's what the little hiccup is gonna be? Oh, she said taser. Check.
But she really did mean taser. Every once in a while, she just makes mistakes.
Yeah, that'll be exactly what's said.
See, the thing is, still in court is, it's not based off of performance, like military UCMJ is. So intent and all that other little extra stuff matters instead of the fact that you're professional, this is your job, and now it's negligent on your behalf.
Mm.
Nothing goes into negligence except for the fact it's negligent.
Okay.
Yeah. My little 2 cents.
Okay. Thank you, babe.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
Okay. All right. So let's look at this comment section that was rolling while I was talking. I should have read it, especially if you was talking to him. All right. I'm going up a little bit. Damn. Okay, they lost their jobs, maybe they're sacrificed, but should be charged. What? Okay, I think I lost on where we at. Mm-hmm. Chauvin's lawyer asked the judge to make the jury stay, and the judge said no. Oh, okay. Because that judge trying to get that appeal. I ain't never liked that judge. What's that judge's name? The Floyd jury have visits from family, so they can do what they want. Okay. They probably tell them, child, let me not say that. I don't want to go along with that, man. I don't want to even put nothing extra in that mess. Girl, I'm in here eating quinoa, girl, for the first time. In Texas, you get $7 a day to be on the jury. You're talking about from the state, and the job don't have to pay you, or they do have to pay you. The juries were not when the police shot Dante Rice and the defense was concerned. Okay. Gotcha. I think they will appeal too. I just don't think it's gonna be real fast. I hope. I just don't see. I don't think it'd be real fast. They're gonna have to figure out. Y'all, my auntie said the same thing. She texted me. She was like, I hope he gets served in prison. I was like, if the hood was the hood, George Zimmerman wouldn't even be walking these streets. I don't think nothing gonna happen to him in prison except he gonna do whatever time they give him, and whatever time they take off, he gonna not do. Mm-hmm. What's up, DL? I don't think he would be in regular population, right? They would have to keep him protected to some degree. Maybe. Hey, Mimi. I felt good knowing he couldn't go home tonight. He was out on bail. Yes, they revoked the bail. And he swiftly said the bail was revoked. But you know what? I don't like that judge. I don't think he said no because of the weight of the charges of what he's convicted of. He said no because he don't want that man killed. So we're talking about the other lady that killed Dante Wright. You saying she won't get much time and she'll get off on an accident. Oh, it's whitefish and a quinoa, strawberry, and spinach medley. The quinoa, it tastes good, but with braces, oh my gosh, it's like Okay, so they were sequestered during deliberation. Oh, good. Okay, wait. And then we're gonna get back on this stuff, right? Hold on. Wait, what was I doing? I was doing this. Look at that. Wait, what was I? I don't know what I was doing. Something. It looked good though. I don't know. But then when I went like this, it's back after. I don't know what to do with them wings. All right. But now they're probably gonna wait a year like Amber Geiger did and appealed her 10-year sentence. Yeah. Her sentence was weak. That story was too strange and was too crazy. Her sentence was weak, dog. You said they're gonna let. You think they're gonna let Chauvin out the back door? Mm. Thank you, Kay Miller. Thank you, Aurelia. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah. You're right on that, Andrew. So now, let's talk about the sentencing. So what do y'all think he gonna get, Chauvin? I said 20 plus. Don't know if he'll serve all of it. Yeah, we were talking about his look earlier. Yeah, but I felt like he was just sitting there like blinking and looking and like, I don't know. You said he was looking around for somebody to help him. Okay, I can go for that. Me either. We talked about that a little bit on here. Me either. Heck no. I don't think Chauvin getting no probation. I don't think he getting no probation. That Duke me defense. Thank you. He was acting like he doing the sentencing. That's why I said I don't think it's gonna be the whole stuff, but I don't think it's gonna be low either. He was acting like he was the same judge. It was gonna be the same judge. That cod can keep a good flavor. That's why they be using cod like at Furs and Wyatt's and stuff like that. So now, what do you think about the state's attorney general? His speech afterwards, ooh, it was good. He kept stuttering and shit. But it's good. I'm about to play it. Did y'all hear that? I thought it was very inspirational for Minnesota. I thought it was well for everyone. I felt it was a calming mechanism. I ain't counting no macros. Email me and tell me what I'm supposed to do. I believe the same thing, Mimi. I want y'all to listen to this Attorney General speak. Sorry. It was even something for me. It was even something for me. I just been eating a mix of what do you call that stuff? Low carb, and then some days I didn't care nothing about carbs, and I just made sure that I ate under 1350. So that's what I'm doing. I don't want to be on no diet. I've done that too much. Oh, look. Okay, I'm going to look this up for y'all real quick. Hold on. I'm going to let y'all see it. Please hold. Hold on, y'all. Just give me a minute. Oh my gosh, I keep spelling this man's name wrong. Okay, here we go. I want y'all to see this real quick. Hold on. It's the first thing I want y'all to see. I think he got convicted because of the people around telling Chauvin to stop. All the officers should be charged. Yep. Veggie and protein. It's a Walmart by me. Share screen. Here we go, y'all. Look at this.
And joy that his brother has seen justice. Signed juror foreperson, juror number 19.
Who the hell is this lady?
Same caption, verdict count 2. Leave the jury in the above entitled manner as to count 2. Third degree murder, perpetrating an eminently dangerous act, find the defendant guilty.
Who's these people?
As we have seen in these reactions, they watched along with America.
This lady here, oh, this what?
Each of the charges. And now the
Baby?
tears as the family recognizes that jury listened to 3 weeks of testimony and found Derek Chauvin guilty of all of the charges. In this case, I remember back in Brooklyn, the family gathered there almost a year ago, George Floyd telling me that he was moved by the crowd. I remember him saying black, white, Asian American, Latino, that meant so much to the Floyd family that this was a call and a conversation being driven by families in small towns and cities across America, that this was a united conversation. This is Black Lives Matter Plaza.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show...
Oh, okay. That's Zaza Floyd. I ain't never seen her. All right, so let's go back out here. So that was that. And then when I wanted to talk to y'all about what he was looking like, let's look at that.
It's replacement window season, and Cmeantit
Oh,
offers
man.
365 windows or...
Hold on.
I understand you have a verdict. Members of the jury, I will now read the verdicts as they will appear on the permanent records of the 4th Judicial District. State of Minnesota, County of Hennepin, District Court, 4th Judicial District. State of Minnesota Plaintiff versus Derek Michael Chauvin, Defendant. Verdict, count 1. Court file number 27, CR 20-12646. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 1, unintentional second-degree murder while committing a felony, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April, 2021 at 1:44 p.m. Signed, juror foreperson, juror number 19.
What do you keep looking at?
Same caption, verdict count 2. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 2, third-degree murder, perpetrating an eminently dangerous act, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April.
Damn, the man in the back couldn't give a damn, huh?
5 p.m. Signed by jury foreperson, juror number 19. Same caption, verdict count 3. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 3, second-degree manslaughter, culpable negligence, creating an unreasonable risk, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April 2021 at 1:45 p.m. Jury foreperson 019. Members of the jury, I'm now going to ask you individually if these are your true and correct verdicts. Please respond yes or no. Juror number 2, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 9, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 19, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number
Like,
27,
what he
are
thinking
these your
about?
true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Good.
Juror number 44, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 52, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 55, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 79, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 85, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 89, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 91, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 92, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Like, how he looking? How he looking? He said, Derek looking like they promised him he wouldn't be found guilty. He did. That's why he looked confused. That's what I was like, hold up. Huh? Somebody finna say something, right? That's what he looked like, yes. Especially when they were sitting up there saying, so-and-so jury, is this what what you find true? He looked like something finna come out and change this. That is how he was looking, girl. You see me at that. He's trying to look a shock of. He's trying to show a look of shock and disbelief because he wants to convey to the viewers he didn't do it on purpose. I love when Andrew get on the case. Bless you. Man, that is what he was sitting up there looking like. Y'all ain't never lie. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. I want to see. Okay. Let's look at these jury people. I heard on, see, I'm not gonna play another content creator's shit. But I heard a dude reading off what oh, look who that is. Who is this little, isn't that the dude? Oh, that's Dante Wright. Okay. I saw a Chicago hat and I was like, wait a minute, I thought he was somewhere else. Okay. Oh, let's go look at the jury again, okay?
At Next Insurance, we're basically the insurance of your small business dreams. But
ABC News senior legal correspondent and analyst Sonny Hostin.
He got that beige eye.
Consultant Joellen Demetrius. Good morning to you both. And Sonny, I want to start with you. As a former prosecutor, what's your take on this jury?
You know, juries are, as TJ mentioned, loath to convict police officers, especially because it's counterintuitive for many jurors because they feel that police officers' role is to protect and serve. And I think that is why you see so few police officers being held to account when you see the death of unarmed black men. I think that this jury is a diverse jury. We're talking about 7 women, 5 men. We're also talking about a racial diversity. And I think that's going to be important because we do know that there is a difference in the experience of policing when it comes to different racial groups. And so I suspect that race will be a factor in the jury room.
And Joellen, what strikes you about the jury?
Well, first of all,
oh, she been everywhere today, this white lady.
Jury. I would also say what's unique about this jury is that in jury selection, what we saw was each side picking what's was picking those people who believe in law enforcement, those people who probably are Caucasian, those people that are older, those people who perhaps had businesses or were concerned about businesses being burned down, whereas the prosecution was looking for what's traditionally a defense jury. And they were looking for probably people of color. They were looking for potentially lower socioeconomic levels. So that's what's first very uniquely different about this jury.
Sonny, the jurors have 3 charges to consider. Well, how do you see that playing out as they deliberate?
You know, they're going to be looking at second-degree murder, third-degree murder, and also second-degree manslaughter. The second-degree manslaughter only requires culpable negligence. So that is the least culpable charge. And I think it's going to give them the opportunity to reach a compromise verdict because there may be some jurors that feel like second-degree murder, third-degree murder, those are sort of depraved mind charges. They may not be able to get there because of some of the factors that are at play here. The fact that there's a police officer, former police officer being charged. So I think that rather than jury nullification where you see a jury say, you know, nope, there's no way I'm going to hold this person responsible, when you have a lesser charge included on the charge sheet, perhaps you have a meeting of the minds and you have a jury reach that sort of compromise verdict.
Joellen, are there other factors outside of this case that could influence the jury?
Oh my goodness, absolutely. And I'll point to 4 of them. The first is the fact that there was the civil settlement between the city of Minneapolis and the Floyd family of $27 million, even though the judge has told them throughout the entire trial not to read or listen to anything related to this case. You know, it'd be pretty tough to avoid that. So that's number 1. Number 2 is the fact that just over the weekend, while these jurors were not sequestered, one of the defense witnesses had a severed pig's head delivered to a home that was his former home with blood on it. That's rather disturbing. Third, there was was the Dante Wright shooting, also late last week, literally miles away from Minneapolis. And you've got the shooting of the 13-year-old in Chicago. So even though they may not be paying attention specifically to things revolving this case, they're going to be hearing about these other components. And I've said from the very beginning, this jury has to be very concerned about their own security.
Yeah.
Good point there. And Sonny, what signs would you be looking for as far as jurors asking questions?
Remind me to tell y'all
Oh
something.
gosh, this is the worst time for lawyers, by the way, trial lawyers. You're sort of like reading tea leaves when jury questions come in. I think you're usually looking for perhaps a question for the readback of testimony that's favorable to your case. You may be looking for clarification for jury instruction that you think is favorable to your case, but ultimately it's all in the hands of the jury at this point, and you feel pretty helpless as a trial lawyer.
I want to thank you both for joining us this morning.
Okay, well, we ain't gonna get it, but they actually had a cardiac nurse as one of the jurors, and oh no, I didn't get that from another content creator. I got that from the news. They had a cardiac nurse as one of the jurors, and the commentator was saying that they thought it was weird that the defense would allow that because the defense is going to put their experts up. And to have someone actually in the jury room with a level of expertise about that, like, why would you do that? Look how they got him looking in here. Chabu.
Jury selection neared conclusion today in the trial of Derek Chauvin, the former Minneapolis police officer accused of murder and manslaughter in the death of George Floyd. But a settlement between the city and Floyd's family has loomed large over the trial. NewsHour special correspondent Fred DeSantis.
Why we can't get no money after you did some stuff on her?
Hello, Fred. So the jury selection process has gone faster than many people
They
expected.
must be really talking slow if I didn't double the speed.
They're way ahead of themselves. Judy, Judge Peter Cagle had allotted 3 weeks to get this process underway. How do you find people who have not been exposed to publicity from this case, who've not come across this video that went viral of Floyd under the name of former Officer Chauvin? But as it turns out, at least one of the people said that she had never watched the video. Several said that they watched only bits and pieces of it. And of those who said that they'd watched the video, all of them said that they were perfectly capable of setting their feelings aside or influences of the video and judging this case based solely on evidence that came out of the court. Now, these jurors were subjected to some proxy questions to tease out any potential bias. How do you feel about Black Lives Matter? How do you feel about Blue Lives Matter?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. At the end of the day, we wind up with a panel that's about evenly split racially. This is a very race-sensitive case, obviously. But in a county that's 74% white, we have about an even split between white and non-white. The non-white being fairly diverse between multiracial origins and immigrant, that is to say, naturalized citizens versus American-born Black citizens.
Then, Fred, you had the unexpected development while the trial preparations are underway that the city of Minneapolis announced a $27 million settlement to go to the George Floyd family.
Why does that matter?
What effect has that had on the trial?
Well, Judy, no party in the courtroom was terribly pleased to hear this. There are fears that this would imply an admission of guilt by Chauvin's former employer. Now, there's also the fear that jurors could consider justice as having been done in this case and go more leniently on Chauvin. Whichever way it cuts, Judge Cagle said it cuts. And so he had to recall jurors who had already been selected to make sure that this settlement and the news of the settlement didn't impact their ability to be impartial. He had to dismiss 2 of these jurors and start back again. The judge could not conceal his annoyance at city officials, not waiting at least until a jury had been selected or the verdict had been reached before announcing the settlement.
I've asked Minneapolis to stop talking about it. They keep talking about it. We keep talking about it. Everybody just stop talking about it. Let me decide what the ramifications are.
Now, of course, despite his annoyance, he did not go with a request from the defense to delay the trial or to move it to a new venue, figuring that there's almost no corner of Minnesota that hasn't been inundated by publicity surrounding this case.
And we have
This dude's hair right here is off the chain. I like it.
Minneapolis community. Tell us, how are the residents there talking about what?
He better.
Tension has been building for a long time, Judy. The spot where
Fred DeSam Lazaro.
George Floyd Square is barricaded off, controlled by community activists. Police have been unable in many cases to get in there. The police chief vows to move back and retake the area, open the intersection to traffic. There is resistance to that, and at times tensions boil over into violent scuffles between police and some community activists across the city. And so it's a great deal of tension. This is a city that is on edge, has been for some time, and will be as we look forward to the trial start.
And the trial still several days away. Fred DeSan Lazaro reporting for us from Minneapolis. Thank you, Fred.
Okay, I can see that. Them getting that money, them thinking that that'll influence the jury. I can see that. Okay. Y'all ain't said nothing? Okay. Well, honey, I found out that the verdict was in, but they hadn't read it yet. And Brooklyn is out and about having a good time. I told her that I want her home by dark, no matter what the verdict is. And I want her to watch out for crazy white folks, anybody with guns or with big what do you call it? Long trench coats, anything like that. Big old bags out there when she had. They shouldn't have no big old bags. It's kind of warm too. Shouldn't have no big old bags like that. Watch for a bunch of cops and where the cops are at. watch for any organizing or any loud ass black folks who might be trying to get some stuff started, depending on what the daggone, crazy white folks, loud black folks, upset black folks, upset white folks, depending on what the outcome comes. Somebody gonna be mad. You know what I'm saying? And we've seen in recent times that white and black will come and do some crazy mess. You know what I'm saying? So, or whatever side of this will do some crazy mess. So, yeah, I see any running and stuff, get over to the side and down, and run off to the side, or maybe I don't know if I told her right on that one, but it was just too much. She was like, okay, you right, and so she'll be home before dark, girl. And I'm like, I don't want no drama. I don't want no rogue ass cops mad and shit and pulling my baby over and stuff. Mm-mm. So, you never know who out there, who mad about what. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to say it again when the sentencing time comes too. Well, it's been a very good conversation with you guys today. I really appreciate it. I like to come and talk about serious things, especially when I feel like I have formatted my mind to talk to you about it. I have some issues with remembering things and stuff, but yeah. So thank y'all for coming by. And thank y'all for all the compliments. I appreciate it so much. I will do some more before and after pictures, but as you know, I have my uterus is at 6 months. I'm not pregnant with the fibroids. I'm so sick of saying fibroids, and it'll make you be like, dang, she just lost weight from here to here. You know what I'm saying? Or right here to here. You know what I'm saying? When I've lost weight all the way down, it's just that stomach is still going to stick out. So that's what we on. Remember my motto, they may not buy in, but they will look on. And I will see y'all back here on another time, okay? Bye.